The second reading today is from the first letter of Paul to the Church of Corinth. It is perhaps the best known quote of Paul's writings. It is one of the greatest passages of literature. It's often used at weddings, and accordingly is often mistaken as a meditation about married life. So let's step back and see it in its context. In the first letter of Paul to the Corinthians, he is responding to the complaints he had received about the situation in that church that he had established in Corinth. And he had moved on to establish other mission churches and was in communication through letters with these other communities. And so he had received complaints about this church where he had spent 2 years setting up the church in Corinth. The complaint was, among other things, that their Sunday Eucharists were full of discord and rancor. In the parish of Corinth, it was the custom that there be a potluck lunch served for all following the Eucharist. And this was probably a custom that Paul had encouraged. It was now being reported to Paul that their Sunday Eucharists had become contentious gatherings. The food was not shared at all. The well-to-do ate off by themselves, while the poor had nothing to eat. And also there were lots of loud arguments among the Christians. Paul was chagrined that they should ever describe their meals as authentic Eucharist. And it appears from Paul's language that they considered the meal following the sacred meal of Eucharist to be one thing, a love feast. He then delivers this discourse on love, among other sort of corrective ideas. And this is given as pastoral advice regarding this weekly community liturgy. So one can say that this reading is about correct liturgy. Our lives must measure up to our rituals. There's a haiku that summarizes our life journey. It goes like this. The Spirit allows us to stay till we learn how to love. Then we may go. Paul's words are not just about the Sunday Eucharist. They're also about the great banquet of heaven. Like the Eucharist, it is a love feast. Language that is used in the love feast is love. Love, the language of our sacred meals. It is when we learn this language that we gain admittance into the love feast of heaven. Now, love is more than being a nice person. From the instruction we receive from the Scriptures, especially from Jesus, it is about compassion and deeds of loving service. And our model for compassion and loving service is Jesus Christ. We can find very good advice about authentic love in that list that we learned in our catechism class called Works of Mercy. Dorothy Day, who founded the Catholic Work Movement, her life is an example of works of mercy. And she often quoted from the book, The Brothers Karamazov. This is a quote from Father Zosima. And the quote is, "Love in action is a harsh and dreadful thing compared to love in dreams." As eloquent as Paul's words are that we heard today, we best learn the language of love from the example of people. People like Dorothy Day, people like St. Vincent de Paul, people like Mother Teresa, and so many others. Their lives are epiphanies that teach us the meaning of Paul's words. I have this story that I read in recent months in the newspaper. The story of Chen Shani, an old man of Nanning, China, who makes a living as a scavenger. One day, day, 18 years ago, he was at the train station hunting for his soda cans and empty bottles when he saw a cluster of people gathered around the white tunnel. And he looked inside the bottle and saw a baby wrapped in a thin sheet. And he recalls, everybody was just looking. Nobody would do anything. So he picked up the tiny girl and took her home. His wife, Sean, welcomed her, gave her some warm soup, and cleaned her up. Both at that time were in their mid-60s. They had never had any children of their own. Jen still makes his living picking through trash, and he is still bringing children home. 42 in all. Many of their passed away kids had physical handicaps. Jen, now 84, and Sean, 83, have cherished each child that they have welcomed to their 3-room shack. And at present, they have 8 children living with them. They consider their large family to be a great blessing. And we can hold up this example, and in the light of these two people, the words of Paul are shown us in a special light. Paul says, love is kind, it does not seek its own interest. As an old man, the Apostle John often reminded his followers, God is love. Children, we must love one another. Paul is giving us a description of God in this reading. He and John invite us to imitate God. We are made in the image of God, and it is through love that God's image shines forth in us. And we realize that God's image does not always shine forth in us. But at the same time, we should realize that like the old black-fingered Champaign, God sees something precious in each of us and wants to take us home with him.